I'm Heyzeus, and in this video, we're going to be looking at the top 5 most expensive Riptide knife unboxing videos. Obviously, there's been a lot of great Riptide knives unboxed since the start of the operation, and some of these have been caught on video, and we're going to be looking at the 5 most expensive. Now, this video is sponsored by Skinport, the easy to use skins marketplace where you can sell your skins for real cash. Skinport has a huge range of skins, over 220,000 of them at prices miles cheaper than the Steam market, up to 35% off. You can purchase skins in an instant, just pick what you want and straight up buy it. There is no need to deposit and there are no hidden fees. There's also a high definition screenshot feature built into the site itself so you can see exactly what you're getting before you buy. The site is also super highly rated on Trustpilot with a 4.9 out of 5-star rating. It is completely safe and reliable to use, so I highly recommend checking it out. Link is in the description. Anyway, at this point, we can get things started on the knives, so let's get things underway with number 5. So this is our first knife unboxing video in the top 5.
Oh! Can I? Oh! What?
I'll tell you what, that's a Bowie knife emerald worth $1,350. Now, this unboxing was done by a small YouTuber called Elgin, and it is a very good knife to get your hands on. Emeralds are quite rare, only about 10% of Gamma Dopplers have this specific finish, and that makes them pretty valuable and iconic. And even though Bowie knives are really only the mid-tier knife in this case, this is enough to make it pretty expensive. It's not the best thing you can get from this case, but it's definitely one of the best metacore things you can get. There's only been about 33 of them unboxed so far, so this unboxing is definitely something pretty special. So for knife number 4, we're gonna look at an unboxing by a Brazilian Twitch streamer called Nazina.
Okay, tags up. One. He's gonna get.
So this knife is the emerald version of the Huntsman Gamma Doppler, and it's worth about $1,500 at the moment. Now, the Huntsman Gamma Doppler is definitely one of the best Gamma Dopplers in the case. They look pretty good, and the Huntsman is one of the strongest knives in the case anyway, which is why this thing is pretty pricey. Now, I don't think it'll stay quite this expensive. Huntsman Sapphires, for example, are only about $1,000, and I think that is probably a more realistic long-term price, but either way, that price is pretty impressive. In fact, the only thing in the Riptide case that can beat it is the butterfly knife. And speaking of the butterfly knife, that brings us to knife number 3. So this is knife number 3. Now, I had to mute this video since it had a bunch of copyrighted music in the background, but as you can see, it is a butterfly Gamma Doppler, and this specific phase is phase 4. Now, these are currently selling for about $1,700. They are quite pricey, and they're also quite interesting as well. You see, traditionally with Gamma Dopplers, phase 2 is always the most expensive phase. For example, a phase 2 Karambit Gamma Doppler is 50% more expensive than any other phase. It is miles above anything else. But this is not the case with the Riptide knives. In this case, the phase 2 knives are just kind of dull and generally just suck, while phase 4s are a lot more striking and just generally better looking. So they're significantly more expensive as a result. And this is a pretty big difference between the Riptide Gamma Dopplers and the OG Gamma Dopplers. Phase 2s used to be king. They used to be seen as the dull version of the Emerald, but with the Riptide knives, they're kind of just plain dull, and phase 4s are the new number 1 here. So that brings us to the second last video. Now, the knife is bugged out here, but this is what it actually looks like in game once it's fixed. It is a factory new butterfly knife lure. Now, after emeralds, factory new lure knives generally tend to be the most expensive type, and this one also came with an extremely low float, 0.004, which at the time made it the best conditioned butterfly knife lure in the game. Now, this knife was unboxed super early on, like so early on the textures hadn't been fixed yet, which is why it's black, and such a good knife being unboxed so early in the operation started a bit of a bidding war while people waited for it to become tradable. It went from 2.5k to 3.5k to 4.8k to 5.8k to 7.7k, all the way to 8.2k. But unfortunately for the guy who unboxed it, right before he was able to sell it, someone unboxed a better condition one, and the offer of 8.2k was revoked, although it still ended up going for about $7,000 on buff, which is pretty amazing anyway. And either way, it's just kind of cool this thing was caught on camera. Butterfly lure floats are actually glitched in a way that makes good condition knives extremely rare. This guy was incredibly lucky to get it, and we were even luckier that he was recording at the time. So this brings us to the final case unboxing. It's by a Twitch streamer called Heyzeus, and it has got to be one of the best reactions I've ever seen to a knife unboxing.
Oh! What? What the f***? Yo, good on, man! Man, man, what the f***? Yo, man! Yo! Man, ik kan me tappen! No.
So he's unboxed a StatTrak Butterfly Knife Emerald. This is 100% the best knife in the case. It's not even close. And this knife is actually so extremely rare that even knowing its price is kind of difficult. There's only one that's sold on buff so far. It's sold for $16,500, so again, nothing else even comes close. And it's not hard to explain why it's so expensive. Emerald knives are always very valuable. This emerald knife is on a butterfly knife, and this butterfly knife also happens to be StatTrak. So it's basically every combination of rare, valuable, and desirable you could possibly imagine. Less than 10 of these things exist, so randomly unboxing one on stream like that is pretty impressive. This dude got insanely lucky with this unboxing, and his reaction to it is just priceless. So I really hope he gets his 16k, because as far as I'm concerned, he 100% deserves it. Anyway, with that though, we are done with this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. It is massively appreciated. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your guts. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.